When it comes to recording vocals, or basically recording any instrument in the music digital audio workstation, there's an option called mono and there's an option called stereo. So most of you guys and girls will probably question what's the difference and what is mono and what is stereo. Well, I'm going to talk to you about that today. Mono is actually using one microphone. What happens is when you use mono, your vocals will go into one microphone and they'll be played through two sides, two ears. Now the thing about mono is that it's very good to capture one, vocal towards, the middle and duplicate it to both sides. This creates a balanced sound. This makes the sound, straight in the middle, straight in the line. And then in the music program, you could actually sculpt the mono to sound stereo with the use of effects. Now let's say you don't want to use mono, you want to use stereo. This is usually done with, mainly instruments. I wouldn't use it on the voice really, unless, like Eminem Rap God, he says he's using like 2 mics and stuff. But to be honest, you shouldn't worry about using 2 mics for your vocals. Unless you want to be experimental and do what you want to do, then go ahead and do that. But yes, if you want to use stereo, you don't use 1 mic. What you do use is 2 mics. Yeah, I saw what I did there, right? Yeah? Okay. Let's take a step back and actually look at these mics and see what we could do with them. Alright, so with stereo, like we said, we are using 2 microphones. Usually when it comes to stereo recording, you will have to use something called pencil microphones, aka, like 2 microphones that could line across in the X formation, or even like this. Pretend my finger's, the microphone, because that's how skinny the microphone is. It's like actually a cylinder pencil. That's why it's called a pencil, because, you can write with it. Not really. But because I don't have pencil phones, and I have 2 of the same microphones, I can actually use them to show you what stereo is. And yes, that being said, if you want a great stereo, feel, you will have to use 2 of the same microphones. Preferably, it would be cool if you have 2 of the same everything and the same audio interface plugged in. Reason being I'm saying that is because I don't have 2 of the same XLR cables. However, that's not probably gonna, make such a big fuss in the end. So what's the cool thing about using stereo? Now, stereo is cool because you can actually create distance with your microphone. So if you're talking here, you hear more to the left, but you also hear, fade in the right. But does that mean you can use both of them only in stereo? Wouldn't it be cool to use them both in mono? Matter of fact, you could do that. You can do that. The reason being is because when you use mono, it'll record again just like how you do with 1 microphone. It'll go in both sides. However, you could always pan it and put it on the left and pan it and put it on the right. So what I'm gonna do is actually plug these 2 in right now. I'm going to set the sound on stereo, not 2 monos, but stereo, and use the same, track and show you what it sounds like. So yes, let me go ahead and do that right now. Alright guys, now that we got both of the microphones set up, one right here, and I have my instrument of choice, the ocarina time. If y'all know what that is, you know what I'm saying, give me the thumbs up. Okay, I'm stop. So yes, I'm basically going to show you the difference between stereo and mono, what's cool about it and what you shouldn't, why not to do it. So yes, first of all, I'm going to sing a little, whoop, whoop, some kind of thing like that. And you will notice in these things called wave candy, if you see here, this one right here, this blue one, dark purple, red one, and this one is actually the the dB level meter. So you can see right off the bat that these 2 lines right here, they are actually not level at the same level, because one is on the left and one is on the right. So yes, that is one of the biggest things different about stereo, is that you're actually using one for the left, one for the right for recording some instruments. Why would we want to do something like that? Isn't that real stupid? Well, no, it is not. It comes to my second point, which is right here. This thingamajigger. This is actually a vector scope. Is that a vector scope? Give me a second. Alright, so as we look here at the vector scope, we'll see a major difference. You'll not notice it right now, but when I go into mono, you will see. So what a vector scope does is basically show you the left and the right sounds. This is on the front, and down here is inverted for some reason, like, down negative R plus R is up here. So yeah, it's like the background, basically, the merging pieces. So yes, as you see here, the vocals actually are kind of in the middle. However, if I go more to the left, you notice the vector scope is more to the left, like pointing right here with the arrows. If I go to the right side, notice how it goes more to the right. So if I play an instrument or something that'll have a different, field, I'm going to play a little bit more to the left side here. Here it is. It might be a little bit too low, so I might have to raise up the gains. Notice how there's a ring. Wow. And it's actually, moving around as I move my instrument. Notice how it goes from the left to the right as I move along. That is one major amazing thing about stereo, is that you actually have a stereo field. It's two different vocals, two different styles. I got a ringtone message. And yes, last but not least, of course, the spectrum. Left side, right side. Might be way too distorted, so let me actually fix that back. We could also move the microphone away to have more of a distance, to actually have a, imagery. That's what stereo basically gives you, imagery. So yes, I moved the microphone. If you can't see that, let me go ahead and move that. I moved the microphone over there. It was like right here before or something like that. So yes, if I play from this same spot, notice how the sides are more wide at the, edges. One more time, let me just bring it back. And if I move the mic all the way over there, notice how it's more on the left and towards the middle rather than towards the right. See how when I went towards the right side got more of a field for it. So yes, that is what stereo really is. So what if we use mono and see how the, wave, the visualizers actually show? So I'm going to use this microphone right here, the left side, aka mono 1. And I'm going to insert it into the insert FX, as well as turn off the visibilities. Bam. Now this is the mono. Notice there's nothing being played in it, nothing, showing. It's because my insert is not in there. I'm going to go ahead and click insert input 1. See, it says mono, input 1. The stereo one was input 1 and 2. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that one to none. Bam. And then put this one into mono. Bam. Cool. So it might be a little bit too loud. Let me go ahead and lower that down. Cool. Now look at that. If you see this right here, this is one straight in the middle point. Also notice that the wave for the dB meter, the decibel meter, is actually exactly the same. So even if I take this ocarina, right, and if I play away and more to the left side, I'm on the left, so the microphone's here, left side. Notice how everything is still in the middle. Everything is straight in the middle. The decibel is straight in the middle. Everything is captured in the middle. Now, why would you want that? The best thing you would want to use that for is your vocals. The reason being is because if you use the vocals in a stereo, it will sound too weird. It'll sound not, clear into the point. I'd rather have my voice go straight into one microphone and capture all the definition than to put it in two microphones and one captures, bad definition, the other one captures, a little bit good one. Because, it's straight in the middle. I gotta sing in the middle just to get both of them to go in the same spot. Ow, my thumb. It is possible to use two microphones both as a mono and then have it set one in the front and then one, near the wall. Like the wall, I mean that wall over there, to capture something called reverb, natural reverb, and then you can mix that in with the song to make natural reverb. Why would you want that rather than the actual VST, plug-in reverbs? It's to make things more natural, make things sound more, realish. So yes, that being said, this is what mono is. One, straight in the middle, and stereo is using two. Now, is it possible, like I was just saying, to make this mono track sound stereo? Answer, yes. Very, very possible. I'm going to go ahead and add in a reverb. Go to reverb, reverb 2. Just got to make sure everything's synchronized up. And as you see here, look at the visualizer. The stereo is actually going a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. That's what reverb is doing. The reverb is actually creating its own room and making this stereo field. So if I turn up the decay or something, boom. Notice how it's reverb. There's also other effects that could increase this, such as, let's say the stereo separation. We make it more wide. Notice how it gets even wider. Or we can merge it straight in the middle. Middle. See how it's in the middle, but the reverb is still there. That's just more of an effect. We could raise up the wet to get more. See how it's even more. We could even use a delay. Delay. Yeah. All right, cool. We could use a delay to create an offset. Let me just configure some of these because I know it'll sound weird. So let's say we take the offset and move it to the right. If we put it to the right, it'll create more of a left to right reality feeling, it's actually stereo. Oops. Reality, feeling it's stereo. It's going left to right, left to right. That is what you call, creating stereo track out of mono, aka stereo imaging. Creating a stereo image inside of a mono one-piece microphone. It makes things sound even more realistic with the same great definition of capturing. So yes, anyways, I hope you guys and girls learned so much about stereo and mono and what to use, when to use it, and why to use it. It creates greatness when it comes to instrumentation. Not even the ocarina alone. You can use, like a recorder, harmonica, piano, acoustic one, electric piano. Yeah, that'll work too because, you're playing through the speakers. But yes, it gives more of a definition of field rather than mono being straight into one sound. So yes, that is what it is. Use mono for your vocal recordings unless you want to, give a style. Use two monos if you have two microphones to create a better natural reverb or feeling. One for your main vocals, one for the reverb track, and so forth. Got another notification. And another one. DJ Khaled, are you tweeting me? Anyways, there's so many great functions and experimentings you could do with these microphones, or, one or two microphones, to make a great, feel for your songs. Use mono when you gotta use mono, and use stereo when you gotta use stereo. So yes, that being said, thank you all for watching this. I hope you guys and girls learned something out of this. If you did, be sure to drop the comment down below. Be like, wow, this is so amazing, this and that. One more thing, I actually added a fan function, or a fan funding function, FFF, like my report card back in high school. I took AP classes and I didn't know nothing. That's why. Anyways, I added a fan funding, so if you want to help your boy out, donate money to him, feel free to. It'll help me to help you guys and girls out. I'm trying to work my way up into actually getting, a house, my own place. and stuff like that, so I can have more time to actually record and get more things done for you guys and girls. Because right now I'm only limited towards, like, 8 o'clock in the morning until 3 o'clock when they come. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Yes, I'm busting my ass off. But I also got, other things than just making videos. I got my own music, instrumentals, beats, gameplays, working out because I'm trying to lose the weight, learn Japanese, this and that. All the stuff, basically. So yes, if you want to donate, be sure to. $1 is good enough because that really helps. Thank you to anybody and everybody who does donate. Thank you to everybody and anybody who actually, watches the video, likes the video, gives it a thumbs up. Thank you to anybody who shares my videos. I know these videos aren't really shareable because, it's informational stuff and it's boring. But it's all good. Thank you all for showing your love and support. My name is Justin Omoi. Be sure to subscribe if you don't know me. And with that being said, peace.